Hey everybody. Okay, so I know you guys can't see me, and that's okay. But anyway, we're going to move through this video, hopefully seamlessly, painlessly, who knows really. So this week, you guys are going to be working on the analytical essay, okay? So over the weekend, you had to read, bear with me, The Ways of Meeting Oppression by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, it was written in 1958. I could have chosen many other essays for analytical, but this one just seemed, I don't know, it seemed better, I guess. So anyway, I'm actually not going to talk about this essay in particular. However, what I am going to mention is that he does analyze this opening line: oppressed people deal with their oppression in three characteristic ways. Okay, so he is analyzing really just oppression, nothing else, just that itself. And he decides to list the ways that oppressed people deal with their oppression. Okay, so if we think about today, you know, which category here would maybe BLM fall under? Okay, so that I'm going to leave that for everybody to decide, because everybody kind of has their own viewpoint on that. But this is typically really why I don't want to talk too much on it. Anyway, so it was a quick read. It should have been fairly quick and fairly painless. But we're going to move on to now the analytical essay part of it. Stop share. Why is my computer hating me? New share. Oh, no. Okay. So your analytical essay. This type of essay, it is meant for you to analyze, break down, interpret, translate. You're really taking a magnifying glass to whatever it is that you're looking at, okay? So you are giving a further and better explanation. You are breaking something down, which is what we've done in most of our essays. We've broken things down. And you're providing an analysis, which means that you're kind of using that higher order thinking. Anyway, this is not a critical essay, okay? So the analytical essay that we're doing, you have a few different types. There's a cause and effect, compare and contrast, sound familiar? Classification, process, or definition. Okay, so we're gonna kind of work with a definition one for your task at hand this week. The function of this essay is to dissect a concept or an idea. Also, this is probably one of your more important essays, because you need to be able to show to me that you have the ability to kind of dig deep, to look into something and provide an interpretation, whether it's your interpretation or one that you found and you're backing it up with evidence, okay? So, because that's what you're essentially going to be doing with your research paper. So anyway, I know my paper was very short. So what I decided to do for you guys was make my own. I wrote my own analytical essay earlier this week as an example for you guys. What you are going to be doing. So now I gotta share again, hold on. This. What your task is to analyze a song or a poem, okay? But those are your two choices. You can choose any song. You do not need to blur things out or, like, you know, bleep them out. It's a song. That's how it was written. That's how it was meant to be sung or read, okay? So do not worry about what song you choose. So I chose Wake Me Up by Avicii, okay? And this is also in your email. I'm going to put it up on Blackboard for you guys. So you'll notice the first paragraph, I gave a little bit of background about Avicii himself and about the song. Came out in March of 2013. Okay, so very simple things. And then I jump right to the chorus, because the chorus is the one thing that's always repetitive. So we can just nip that in the butt and dissect that one time. So you'll see right here that I have the song lyrics. Now the slashes are, that's where like the line breaks are when you're reading it. So that's what those slashes are for. So I list the lyric, and then I give a particular interpretation, okay? So I continue on with that, picking apart a few different lines. The opening stanza, okay? I gave some background information on Pizzagate, if you guys don't know. All right, so you guys can take a look at that. Do not worry right now about being MLA correct. You guys are learning that next week, so I'm not taking points off just yet for that. After next week, it's game on. Just kidding, sort of. Okay, so anyway, so you'll see that I have about 3 pages. This particular assignment is probably going to be a little longer because I'm also asking for you to include the song lyrics at the end, okay? So you really only need to interpret. Here's my works cited page, okay? And then here are the lyrics. So that's what I am looking for, okay? What was I gonna say? Oh, so, you know, make sure you wrap it up nicely. Don't just end it with like the last line of the song or the poem. Make sure that you analyzed all of it. Make sure, you know, take a look at the title as well. Does the title really fit the song? Or does it give you an interpretation already of what the song is going to be about? You know, if we think of Marshmello's song, Happier, I definitely thought it would be a much more upbeat song, and it's really not, and it's a really depressing ass video, but my kid likes it, so that's weird. Anyway, you know, is the title misleading, or is it perfect? So take a look at those types of things, okay? And this is going to be up on Blackboard for you guys to look at as well. All right, the other thing that we are doing, where is my thing? Sorry, my computer doesn't want to work right now. Okay, we are starting The Hate You Give this week. You guys are going to be reading chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reason being is it's a fairly lengthy book. And you guys have 7 days in between having to do things, so you can listen to the audio. I do recommend listening to the audio if you're not going to read it. Do not rely on the movie. There are many differences between the book and the movie. Okay, so here it is. You can click on the chapters. Okay, so I sent in the email, I sent you the link for how to download this to your own computer, and I also attached the PDF. So there is no way you should not have this book. Okay, so now I chose this book because I felt that it was really relevant, and it gives us a good time to talk about things that are going on in the world. I don't know, that's just me, I guess. So I am hoping that we will be able to have a somewhat open dialogue about this. Now, I know that, you know, I don't actually see you guys. We don't actually talk. But it is what it is. I'm going to try to open up, I think, some discussions on the discussion board for people to talk about it, because this is the text that you'll be using to write your research paper on. So with that said, you don't want to forget things. So I'll post maybe some questions. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to have them as mandatory or not. We'll see when we get there, I guess. Let's see. Right? Yeah. But I think it'll help when you guys go back to write the paper to have something to look at, like, oh, we talked about this. So let me know your thoughts on that, okay? Let's just take a gander as to what else I have. I think that's all I really wanted to chat about. This analytical essay that you guys have coming up this Friday that's due is the last of the essays, okay? And then all that we're going to focus on after this is your research paper. That's right. Nice and simple, okay? You did a lot of hard work, and now we're going to try to ease into this research paper. So don't think too hard, but don't rest too much either. So with that being said, I am going to leave you guys to it. If you have questions, please send me an email, send me a text through the group chat. I don't care. I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you all have a good week. Bye, guys.